Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Malcriada, Thoughts of a Girl in a Sick World. And a sick world it is indeed. I'm your host, Citlali Melgarejo, your local baddie. I struggle saying that because I don't call myself that, like, actually in real life, but, like, on the internet, it's like, yeah, like, bad bitches only, you know what I mean? Which is everyone who is, like, nice, essentially. If you have a good heart, you're a baddie. Period. You know? Okay, let's try this again. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Malcriadas, Thoughts of a Girl in a Sick, Sick World. This is your host, Citlali Melgarejo, local baddie, here to talk to you about all things femme, fair, and feared. Thank you so much for being here. This episode, I'm gonna be doing a little bit. I don't know. I was all in my emotions. I was all in my feelings today and this week. Oh my god. I'm so popular all of a sudden. Um, Took me 22 years. No, but I was just being down. And when I mean down, like, you guys know what I mean. Like, looking, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head, ah! You know what I mean? Like, that kind. Like, essentially, just depression, I guess, is stupid and dumb, and I hate it, and it's stupid. Like, it's dumb. Um, but it's something that I struggle with, and I feel like a lot of people who are in my situation would have this, so I feel kind of normal, but at the same time, this isn't normal, and the fact that it's normal is just more sad. Yeah. And I guess just the worst enemy is my own fucking mind, dude. Like, I can't defeat it. But it's like, is that me? What is that? You know what I mean? And honestly, one time I saw, like, you know how sperm you know how sperm looks like a little, like the sperm cells, they have a little head and a little squiggly tail. Like, that's our head. Our head is the head, bro. And the squiggly tail, dude, is our spine, like our vertebrae. So that's why when it cracks, we can't fucking move our extra limbs because that. I'm a fucking sperm cell, bro. That makes me want to eat myself and shit myself out. I just felt my bones like mole. Ugh. Anyways, I'm sorry for. But if I have to know that, everyone has to know that. The collective must know. Okay? But anyways, I guess this is a mental health episode. Just me sharing my mental health journey and the thoughts I have in me. And if I'm thinking this, like, if I'm thinking this, I know damn well everyone else who is, like, in my similar situation is probably thinking this. So, you're not alone. I'm just gonna read, like, a journal entry where I was having a bad day, and then a journal entry where I was, like, on my shit. So, yeah, let's just get into it. January 5th, 2023. I don't think it's all about perspective. I know all the greatest minds say it. People just talk about living so vaguely. It's always, it's just up to you. Just don't give up and keep trying. Or it's all about perspective. But maybe I'm broken or something. I always have more questions. I keep telling myself I'm just being dramatic, that I don't even believe myself. I'm so disconnected with the voices in my head. I don't know if my body is real, or my real voice, or my real style, or my real beliefs, and fucking pointless baggage. Like, I don't know. I'd like to do things, but I can't get out of bed. I don't know how my mom does it. She's in a cult though, but still. Should I join a cult? I don't think I'll be so easily brainwashed. I wish I could be easily brainwashed. There's patterns everywhere, but they're dark and mean and evil, like a virus. And it's not even my fault. Like, what did I do? I feel like I'm not even needed, but then, ugh, I feel so guilty all the time. It's just such an ugly feeling. It makes me feel heavy and tired and shaky and sad. I've been crying for 24 hours. That's not normal. Why am I paying more than those who have hurt me, took me, killed me? That's not fair. But anyways, I was sent here to write my big, 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 big wishes. And I'm thinking that can't hurt, right? So that was me being depressed, I guess. Like, like that's such an annoying mindset, you know? Like, who wants to think like that? I'm sure people who are thinking that, like, they don't want to think like that. Like, they wish someone could come here and tell them, like, hey, dude, here's, like, the answer. Like, that's what you want in that instance, I feel like, to be saved. And the biggest fucking slap in the face that God or whoever or whatever or anything did is like, oh, it's the only person who can save you is, like, yourself. Like, fuck you, but yeah, you're fucking right, but fuck you, you know what I mean? And then I was like, I think I started writing my journal because literally TikTok, I was scrolling on TikTok and then I saw, like, a creator, I forgot who, it was probably Sadiqa Speaks, TBH. Love her, shout out to her. I listen to her podcast. I follow her, keep up with her. I'm not, like, being weird or anything, okay? I'm sorry, Sadiqa, if you hear this and I freak you out. But, like, she helped me, like, you know what I mean? Like, she pushed me to write an entry and to manifest. And here I was just, like, you know, I was crying for, like, 24 hours straight. Like, since the minute I woke up, tears. And then to the time I fell asleep, tears, you know what I mean? Like, and it was crazy. But there I was writing my little manifestations. And some of these I'm gonna call myself out. Well, not that anyone else, like, it's, like, not bad. I'll explain, okay? Don't stop. Stop it. Stop. Okay. I'm a New York Times bestseller. I wrote that 3 times. I'm a New York Times bestseller. I'm a New York Times bestseller. Citlali Lisset Melgarejo. Oh my god. Yeah. That's not even my full name. Just FYI. Oh my god, yeah. Citlali Lisset Melgarejo is a New York Times bestseller. And then I just wrote it a bunch of times. And then I put poet, novelist, cool podcast. She's done books, book tours, interviews, and readings all over the U.S. I have accomplished my dreams. And I misspelled I've. Wait, you want me to send me back to ELE? Dude, oh my god, Nana. My cat jumped on my chair. On my husband's game chair. Oh, I'm so sorry. But I bought him for our wedding anniversary. No, anniversary. I'm lying. I'm a liar. For our wedding gift, I gifted him a game chair because he had a chair, but it was, like, really old and missing, like, an arm, and just wasn't comfortable for him. But he never gets anything for himself, like. And if it is, it's something, like, expensive, but it's good, but it's, like, rare that he gets it. He's very, yeah. But if something, like, bothers him on the daily, like, he'll ignore it. He'll ignore himself. And I'm like, why do you make your life harder? Just get a new chair. So I got him the new chair because I know he wouldn't have done it. He would have done it eventually, but he needed a better chair now. You know what I mean? Anyways. Oh, and the nana, my cat, like, fucking scratched it all up. So I'm gonna look for ways that I could fix it. I've seen, like, things on TikTok that you could, like, fix, like, this type of material, like pleather. Yeah. Anyways. What else did I write? Okay. I'm an artist. Celebrities love my art for their collection. Okay. I shouldn't yearn for, like, I don't know, like, celebrities, like, it shouldn't matter, like, if celebrities, like my art or not, you know what I mean? Like, oh, if a rich person likes my art, if an accomplished person, like, it should be people I admired. I'm gonna change that to people I admire. People I admire. Yeah. So I've had, like, I would say a spiritual awakening, which is, like, why I'm starting, like, you know, this podcast and a bunch of other stuff that I'm not gonna tell you yet. And not gonna lie, like, I see a lot of, like, I wouldn't say, I guess the word for it could be problematic. Like, not creators, but just, like, people and, like, misinformation out there. Like, I don't know, like, when people are like, I manifest to be, like, and I'm guilty of it. I'm completely guilty of it, but, like, I pondered, you know, and I was like, I shouldn't want, like, material things. Or I should just not try to strive for that. But obviously, like, since am literally here on this physical realm where materialism, like, is inevitable, like, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying my best to not be superficial. And I want to extend that to my spirituality, because, like, nothing matters. Therefore, everything matters. So it's okay. But nothing matters, really. But I will still, like, not be a dick. Yeah. Anyways. People I admire instead of celebrities. My art makes people feel something. See, right here. Literally caught myself. Citlali is a millionaire. Like, I shouldn't. Citlali is... I should just say... How do you say, like... I guess... Successful? Successful. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really care. Like... Yeah, obviously when you're little... When I was little and I was on Pinterest, like... I was not so poor. Like, I'm not gonna say I was super poor, because, like, I've seen other people just have it so much fucking worse, you know what I mean? Like, I've never had to worry, like, where my next meal was gonna come from, you know? My mom did, but not me, you know what I mean? Like, but that's my mom's experience. But my mom always, like, my parents, like, took care of us. Like, yeah, they were worrying about it a lot, and, like, yeah, you know what I mean? But I was very lucky to have, like, my parents, because, like, yeah, they're shit, but, like, I just, I'm just grateful for that, you know what I mean? And yes, like, oh, that's the bare minimum that your parents should give you, right? But, like, I don't know, like, the more I look into the world, the more, like surprised I am that people are still good, I guess, or trying to be. I don't know. I don't know how my parents made it out of where they came from, you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways. Successful. Citlali has worldwide book sales. That's a cool accomplishment. I don't think that really matters, like, with, like, money, like that would be, like, okay, like, maybe I sell one in Mexico and maybe I sell one here in the US. Boom, that's worldwide. Technically international. Period. Citlali is known for her famous books and art. Citlali gets to live wherever she wants. Technically, that's possible for me. For me. Uh, it'll be like, it won't be like as glamorous, but like, it is possible. Citlali helps others with her wealth. Yes. I don't want to jinx anything, but like, I don't know. Nonprofits sound cool. Like, and I feel like I have so many ideas, but I don't know how or where or who, you know? But I always wanted to help people, like, oh wait, I wasn't done telling my other story. When I was little, like, yeah, I would like glorify. I'm sorry. When I was little, I would like glorify like wealthy houses, like mansions, and I'd be like, because I didn't have a mansion, you know what I mean? And like I went like I didn't have a mansion, I didn't have like a house to call my own ever. Like I was always renting, and it was always like we can't do too much to it because oh, who knows where we're gonna go next. I've yeah, and I it was rare. It was rare when I got to get my own room. I think I got my own room for like maybe a couple of months. A random like months. Mm. No, maybe I had it for a year. In one of the houses. It was like when like my siblings would leave. Um yeah. Like my older siblings left cuz they moved out. But then I had to still we had to still share a room cuz there's 3 kids left. Yeah. And we can't afford like a 4-bedroom house like to rent. Like are you insane? Like no. Sharing rooms. So I always dreamed of like having like a super nice, organized, super Pinterest vibes like house because like it was just something that like I really liked, but then uh I think I like tied that to like materialism and like it it just it just made me want the wrong things. You know what I mean? Like I used to want like this big ass like, you know, like if you would see like the fucking houses I had on Pinterest, like no, like that's horrible. Like why would you have something that big? You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, like it's just I just don't want to like be wanting that. Like there's no point, you know what I mean? Like it there's really no point. But like I said, it's yeah. Anyways, Citlali gets a big momentum on social media. She has millions of followers on all platforms. Citlali is successful, wealthy, and happy. Wealthy and healthy. Oh, health. Healthy. Yeah. So that was like me being sad and then manifesting afterwards. After crying all day. I don't know, like so this is my thought on like me like now reflecting onto it. Um it makes sense like why someone would feel like that. Like I understand now like why I felt like that. I was carrying so much weight and I wasn't like prioritizing myself at all. At all. And but at the same time, I wasn't fixing anything. I was just making things worse by not respecting myself and my priorities and my boundaries because yeah, like like me being like, if you transform yourself into just like this catering person, like to everything, it's never gonna work out. It's never gonna work out because one, it's too much for someone to handle, and two, no one is supposed to do that. No one is built for that because we're not machines. We're humans who have needs, who which are both physical and emotional, which we are all learning about now, with this new like wave of like mental health um journeys and discoveries. And I really like that we're doing that, because it kind of, for so long we've been just ignoring the emotion aspect of so many things. Because why? Because they're deemed weak, because they're deemed as feminine, because anything feminine, anything femme, is bad and stupid and makes no sense and is just crazy and not like that's so like what? That makes no sense. Like when like, and that's like a really big thing that I fucking have struggled with, like as a femme, as a woman. You know what I mean? Uh just constantly having to deal with men. And when I mean men, I mean like those guys. Not like ugh, guys who get it, like they know I'm not talking about them, like they get it. Um but oh my god, like most of the men I know, most bro, like I've never, let's just say I've never met a man. I've only met one man. No, not even. I guess I could, I can't say that I've met a man who has completely impressed me. And if I did, like, it was like, oh, well, that's just something nice that someone should do, you know? Now, when I reflect on it, like, for example, when I was like, all my professors, like, my professors, like, I'm like, oh my god, I respect them so much. But then I hear them say some fuck shit. Every single one of my fucking professors has said some fuck shit. Every single one of them. And I just have to deal with it. And that's what we just have to do, right? Like, femmes of the world, Malcriadas of the world. I guess that's the thing. Like, that's why people don't like me, because I don't, like, just shut up. Like, I always try to call people out, unless, like, I'm in, like, I could be in danger, which, like, some of my professors literally have hit on me, and at the time I was like, oh my god, but then later I was like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like, that wasn't okay. But, like, I don't know, just having to deal with just the ignorance of people who are misogynistic is so tiring and, like, so draining. Because the thing is, like, sexualizing us, sexualizing women and objectifying them aren't super, like, sorry, let me start over. People think that objectification of women and, like, femme people and femmes, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Is just like sexualizing them. But objectification isn't only, like, having to do with, like, sex. Like, it's in the word object. You see them as an object, and you could fuck an object, you could use an object, you can ignore an object. Like, you're never gonna go up to your fucking, I don't know what I have here. You're never gonna go, I have a brush in my hand. Oh, I could do ASMR. Hang on. ASMR real quick with my brush. If that sounds ugly, I'll just cut it out. But anyways, you're never gonna tell this brush, hey brush, am I using you too hard? Hey brush, do you want me to go shower you right now? Do you want me to go wash you right now, brush? You're never gonna go like, oh hey brush, I'm sorry for using that other brush right in front. Like, you're never gonna do that, you know what I mean? Like, you're never gonna talk to your brush because it's an object. That's how men treat me. Again, not all. Because I have to say that, or else people will fucking kill me and tell me, like, wished I was raped, which is annoying. It's just annoying at this point. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it hurts, ouchie, ouchie, but then it's like, ugh, like, again. Like, something new. Police. It's just crazy. And then, like, just, it's just crazy just being invisible sometimes. And honestly, I felt like invisible all my life. I was the middle kid. I was the emo girl. I was the emo girl at school. Oh, what else? I was the annoying, like, feminist that no one wanted to fucking listen to in class. And all the guys that made all the jokes about, you know what I mean? Like they used, like, I was, like, trying to be serious, and then they would say, like, a joke, like, that was, like, half-assed as fuck. They're like, oh, well, I didn't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for, like, if I pull, I guess just, like, but they just pull their shit out of their ass, and then they have the class laughing at me. You know what I mean? It's like, ugh. But honestly, that school was stupid. Oh, everyone in that school was dumb. Including me. But yeah, I've just felt invisible all my life. I guess in college and then when I got to college and I finally am seen and recognized by my professors, and then, like, one of them tries to make a move on me, and one of them, like, just, like, has, like, sexually charged energy in the office when I go to office hours, and just, like, looks at me up and down and shit. Like, sir. So then it's, like, weird, right? So it's weird when you're like, oh, like, you finally get that validation, and then it just turns, and then it's like, oh, is it because, like, I'm smart, or is it just because I have tits and a hole, like, between my legs? Like, which one is it? You know what I mean? And not every professor has done that to me, obviously. Just a few. Just, like, 2. But even then, like, damn, like, again? Like, you know what I mean? And no, I'm not gonna like do anything about it. There's no use. Like, nothing ever happened, just me being uncomfortable, but, like, that's always. And even then, like, nothing would have been done. You know what I mean? And it would just be awkward. Yeah. So, yeah, the femme experience, the woman experience. You know what I mean? It's just so weird. And I feel like that's something a lot of people, like, don't recognize, that takes, like, into consideration. Like, that's, like, another thing to pile on to, like, why I don't want to get out of bed sometimes. But then you sit down and you ponder and you realize that fuck them. And why am I gonna fucking be crying here, laying down because some ugly, like, said something and, like, said something that I already knew, that I'm hot? Like, you're just gonna, like, he looked at me up and down and was weird and stupid. Yeah, he shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been. And that's stupid. Is this me just deflecting? No. No, I just don't want to give that people who look at me and think weird things about me any power. Because guess what? That's never gonna happen. Like, the fuck? Not anymore. Okay. Next. But that's what I reflected on that day. I was just feeling horrible, and Sadika Speaks sent me to journal, and I felt a little better. And then the next day I got up and I started doing the things that I said I was gonna do. And I designed my podcast logo. I decided to contribute the little knowledge that I gathered through this little time I've had on Earth and spread it. Because what the fuck else am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, the fuck. And look cute while doing it. Yeah, I learned a lot of things, you guys. I survived lots of shit. And I hope I can help you guys survive and thrive. Too. Yeah. Anyways. So, flash forward. I'm gonna read you the happy entry, which is, I'm still surprised at this. You know what I mean? Like, when I read back on the negative one, I'm like, damn, I wrote that? That's so sad. Like, how did that come out of me? But then I reread back my happy one, and I'm like, damn, I wrote that? This bitch is, like, delusional. You know what I mean? Like, so either or, bitch. And if it's either or, I'm gonna choose to be the happy one. You know what I mean? I'm gonna choose this one. Yay! So let's read it. Alright, January 18, 2023. 1:20 a.m. I have so many things lined up. Go-go dancing, pole dancing, my podcast, YouTube, something, art, and most importantly, healing. I think I've cried enough. I owe it to myself to try for me. I'm so blessed. Even though I've had my fair share of struggles and trauma, I've come so far regardless. Though my parents are not the wisest, they never stopped working so I could have a better life. I did my best to be the daughter that they wanted, but I turned out to be the daughter that they needed. What? Period. Like, my mind. It's probably not even the first time someone has written that, but still, like, when I said that, I was like, I wrote that? And yeah, it's true. Like, they wouldn't be on their little journey if it hadn't been for me. My mom wanted to get rid of all my fucking, like, witch stuff, and now she's doing the same shit I'm doing. Like, I was the blueprint. Their annoyance with me has nothing to do with me and everything to do with themselves. I thank them for bringing me into this world. They'll always have my respect, but I'll never let them take my peace again. Who is this? See, I'm like, who wrote this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so refreshing to just go back and read this and, like, remember how, like, yeah, I can remember how sad I felt, but I can also remember how happy I felt, and I want to feel like this more, you know? Yeah. Anyways, continuing. By letting them go, I can stop looking in the past and finally focus on my dreams. I've already accomplished one of them so fast. My go-go shit. My go-go gigs, yes. We scored 3, like, lots of gigs back to back. One of them was canceled though, but it's okay. Shameless plug. The next gig is gonna be April 1st at the Dungeon. So if you didn't go to the last one, go to the next one, because there I will be going away. If you wanna come say hi. I feel like the universe is talking to me. I feel her guiding me, and now I don't feel so alone. This is Sane Z. I oh, like that. I just can't imagine myself writing. This is my final form. This is the ultimate Z. That's funny. I can't really put an image to the universe. My little human brain forces me to imagine a person. I think of my great grandma, my suegra, and all the women who came before me. I hope they see me working hard. And then I wrote here, in parentheses, bells as confirmation. Because as soon as I wrote that sentence, I hope they see me working hard, like the bells of the church that where I live by, sounded, and I was like, oh my god! I don't know. It just felt really nice. I don't know. This that's crazy. Anyways, I hope and believe that I'll live the life I want. A happy, fun, calm life. I just need to work. With an exclamation mark. And I finished reading that and I was like, oh my god. That's so cute that I wrote that. And nothing made me feel... I don't think anyone else's words would have made me feel better than my own. Because I feel like I'm holding myself accountable. And I don't know if other people have talked about this before, but if you are on a healing journey and you are struggling a little bit, but you have journaled already. First of all, if you don't journal, you should. I think talking to yourself is amazing, but I feel like you also can forget a lot of things that you say. I forget about shit all the time. And sometimes I have so many good ideas, and then people beat me to it, and then I can't, and then I just look like the crazy lady that's like, I thought of that first! Like, maybe, bitch, but they beat you to it, you know what I mean? So, and if you have, just start journaling, start writing down your thoughts. Don't think too much about it. It's just someone documenting their existence. And isn't that cool? Like, maybe when you're like older in the future, people are gonna look through your journals, be like, "Whoa, they were so dark and mysterious." No, don't do that don't do that for that reason. Do it because your voice matters, and you deserve to remember like the nice words that you tell yourself just as much as you tell yourself like the shitty things. Like, I feel like the shitty things. I feel like the shitty things like just take over most of our brain. So if you haven't journaled or you don't journal, it's not your thing, like you could do it anywhere. You don't have to get a cute fancy journal. You can just get like a composition journal, and it's still cute. You know what I mean? It's still aesthetic. Don't worry. And yeah, so that's my advice for today and my little story for today about, I guess, my self-healing. I am, like I said, like the middle child. I am an older sister, and my parents are immigrants, and I took on so much more responsibility than I needed to, and this continued until like my jobs, my like everywhere, you know what I mean? And if you keep prioritizing other stuff besides yourself, then your world is obviously going to crumble. But when you prioritize yourself and you give yourself si te das tu lugar, you send out a different message about yourself in the world, you know? And it really is all just confidence and work and, most importantly, guts and passion and love and damn. I was about to say elote because I was craving an elote right now. What time is it? It's 12:22. The tiendita that's closest to me is definitely closed. Bruh. It's okay. I meal prepped. I meal prepped today, you guys. Isn't that crazy? So, if you're someone who maybe has spent 24 hours crying, if you're someone who is not the daughter or son or child that your parents wanted, but you're the child that they needed, props as fuck to you. You deserve better though. And you need to start thinking about number one, okay? It's not bad. And I experienced a lot of guilt, so much guilt, like I wanted to vomit and cry, like of how guilty I was, and that's crazy. Like I shouldn't feel guilty for showing me myself the love like no one really showed me. And I love that, you know what I mean? Like, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. It's been one hell of a week, but hey, I'm still kicking. Keep kicking. Kick everyone. Kick people. Kick your dog. Kick your cat. Kick your grandma. Yeah, like what are they gonna do? Okay. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Malcriadas, Thoughts of a Girl in a Sick World. In a sick world it is. This is Itali Magarejo, your host, signing off.